Brian, just watched you do 6 rounds there with your stable mate in Ryan Dickens. I think it was a bit cruel, that, wasn't it, mate?
Yeah.
Because weren't you supposed to have a couple of lads come down sparring, but it fell through, so you two had to move around with one another.
Yeah, threw me in at the deep end with the big fella. He's doing it.
What is he? 6'1",
Yeah.
And a light middleweight.
Yeah.
And with a ridiculous reach over you.
Yeah, Ryan's doing boss, he's doing really well. Sparred him from when he come in the gym, and you can see the difference from now. He's not long out to his debut, so
it's still a baby, isn't it?
Yeah, looking forward to him.
You were out 2 weeks before him, you were on the 3rd, aren't you, with your other stablemate, Tom Etchinson?
Yeah, me and Tom are on the 3rd of September in the Olympia, and Ryan and Paddy are in the Olympia 2 weeks later.
So it's nice to be in a busy gym, all the dates.
They're all bouncing off each other.
Well, I mean, you were due to fight for the Central Area title, weren't you?
Yeah.
In your last fight, but obviously that fell through. You ended up having a little rematch with an old foe in Ricky Starkey.
Yeah.
And 18 months on, we're going to be getting back in there.
Yeah, it's been a long time coming, but we're back with you.
Yeah. Any idea of an opponent?
Yeah, Ed Harrison.
Oh right, yeah.
Ed Harrison,
good kid.
Good kid.
A bit like a derby for you, because he's managed by your old manager and trained by.
Yeah, he's trained by Kieran, so it's a really good fight. Both of them coming to win.
Well, he comes to win in every fight.
Yeah.
He's game as I don't know what, and caused a big upset on one of the, I think it was the BT Sports shows, where there was an unbeaten. I can't remember his name, but I think he was about 7-0 at the time.
Ali, his name was.
Yeah.
I'm sure it was. He's a potential banana skin.
He is.
And if I don't beat him, where do we go from there? I've got to be on my A game now, and come.
Because he's a big unit as well, isn't he?
Yeah, he's.
And in fact, he's like a mini version of Ryan, who just inspired in there, isn't he? Because he's about similar height to him, isn't he? And a similar frame.
Yeah, he's massive for him. He's in good shape. He's strong. I've seen a good bit on him. He's a good fighter.
Yeah. So. And he's going to be a 6-rounder?
6-rounder, yeah. He's been active as well. I think he started his career in the pandemic, and I've been.
I think he just started just before it,
and he's been busy all the way through.
Yes.
And as we've seen like inactivity can play a massive part.
So, but you've not been inactive because you have been in the gym.
I've been in the gym, but it's different being in the gym and sparring and to actually being under the live lights fighting. So it'll be exciting for myself and
look, you're smiling already.
Yeah, it's exciting.
Because like I say, it's a genuine test, this kid.
Yeah.
You know, you have to beat him because the levels you want to go to, you have to beat people like Ed Harrison. But if you're he's not a kid that you get for your debut. You know, you have these journeymen that come in and will say, oh, he's perfect for making your debut again. You would not get Ed Harrison to make your debut. If you are, you're a fool, because he doesn't know the game. He doesn't know he's meant to lose, and he doesn't come with that attitude. He comes to win every single time. And in fact, I've filmed him 2 or 3 occasions on shows, and he's been very unfortunate sometimes not to get the decision.
Yeah, it's a perfect step for me. Coming back off like the layoff, and also even if I didn't have a layoff, it's a good step for me. So
it is. And
perfect management.
Obviously, you were going to get ready for that Central Area fight at featherweight. Will that be hopefully on the cards again? Is Steve going to be looking to try and get you out maybe before the end of the year or start next year?
Hopefully. Get past this fight first. Don't be looking past it.
No.
Get the win, a good win, and then I'll speak to Steve after it, and hopefully he can work his magic again and get me back in them title fights. So back where we left off.
Right, nothing changed.
No.
Except for you're a little bit older, a little bit wiser.
Yeah.
And do you feel different? Do you feel like, actually, I know a break's not good for any fighter, but if you make use of the time that you've had off, do you feel like you're a better fighter than you were before the pandemic?
No, I don't feel no different at all. Every day's been the same to me. Whether we was in a pandemic or we weren't, we was getting up at the same time, going to the gym the same time, coming home running the same. So everything being the same,
So
except
you just,
the activity of
this couldn't come any sooner for you then?
Yeah, just,
You're absolutely gagging.
Yeah.
Well, listen, hopefully the 3rd of September I will be chatting to you where I'll be saying win number 10.
Yeah.
Maybe we might be talking about that title fight that you should have had at the start of the pandemic.
Yeah, most definitely. Thank you.
Brian, take care, mate.